KMTV Action 3 News Live at 10 starts now with breaking news.
Let's get right to it tonight. An armed robbery suspect is in the hospital after Omaha police shot him or her during an arrest in South Omaha.
Reporter Megan Matthews has been on the scene gathering the latest information. Megan, what can you tell us?
Jen, Craig, police are still investigating a lot of unknown details surrounding this incident tonight, like what the suspect was armed with and how many officers fired shots. There's still a large police presence here tonight, nearly 4 hours after this shooting took place. This crime scene at 13th and Center stretches all the way to another crime scene about a block up north at 13th and Hickory. So this all started as an armed robbery at the Family Dollar store at 13th and Center. That call came out at about 6:30. On their way to the armed robbery, officers spotted the suspect on foot heading in the opposite direction of the store. When officers attempted to arrest him, police say some sort of scuffle broke out and a gun went off.
There was information that was relayed to the officers, so they were able to ascertain who the suspect was and attempt to arrest. But officers did locate the suspect just north of Hickory Street on 13th Street. When they did attempt to arrest him, there was confrontation, and an officer did discharge his firearm during that incident.
Police are still here tonight interviewing anyone who may have seen something. They're also checking area businesses for surveillance video. Now, per OPD policy, any officer that fires a weapon is placed on administrative leave. At this point, police are saying just one officer discharged. That suspect, who has not been named yet, is in critical condition at the hospital tonight. Reporting live at 13th and Center, Megan Matthews, KMTV Action 3 News.
More breaking news tonight. Right now, first responders are on the scene of a bad crash on I-80 near Giles. La Vista police say the crash is in the cleanup stages.
Here's a picture of the firefighters on the scene. You can see the massive response right there. Sarpy County Dispatch tells us a car went into a tree affecting traffic on I-80. We do not know how many people were in the car. Now here's a live picture as we speak at 10:02. We do know this. Paramedics rushed one woman to the hospital with potentially critical injuries. Dispatch says she was alert and conscious when police arrived. New at 10, a robbery call miles away in Elkhorn tonight. Turns out to be a sketchy story. Omaha police tell us two men claim they were robbed while they sat in their car outside Godfather's Pizza near 204th and Blondo. They told officers two men hopped in the back seat of their car and robbed one of them, then jumped in a getaway car and took off. Police tell us their stories, though, are not consistent.
An Omaha man remains at Nebraska Medicine tonight, learning to walk and eat again after someone hit him while he was riding his bike earlier this month. Police have the truck, but not the driver. Reporter Megan Matthews spoke to the family of Philip Ennis, only on 3 tonight.
He's in great spirits. He's definitely in great spirits. He hasn't allowed the situation to bring him down.
Terrell Ennis looks up to his father like most kids do. In his eyes, Philip Ennis is a superhero. It's been tough, though, for Terrell the last few days to see his dad with injuries.
They've taken the feeding tube out, so he's now able to eat. He can swallow. He's been eating cheeseburgers like crazy. He can drink water. The physical therapy is going really well. He's been walking every day. He can go to the bathroom on his own.
Philip Ennis is learning to walk and talk all over again, all because he rode his bicycle home from work one night.
He really doesn't understand why someone would have the audacity to do something like that to him, because my dad always believed in the very good in everybody.
Ennis has no memory of the February 6th hit-and-run incident at 105th and West Center that left him with brain injuries, a dislocated shoulder, and at one time completely unresponsive on his right side.
We feel whoever it was that actually stopped and called 911, we believe that they're the very reason why he's alive today.
The driver in that crash left Ennis in the road and took off. Police recovered the truck believed to be involved, but so far no charges. That's the only thought the Ennis family is dwelling on.
We just want the person to come forth and just admit that that's what they did, apologize so we can have some closure and we can all move forward from the situation.
Will Terrell's superhero ride a bike again? He isn't sure. Recovery comes in small steps, but the message a cyclist has taken away is big.
I want to make it known to everybody to please, if you are on a motorcycle or a bicycle or anything with two wheels, please watch your back and please be safe, because he definitely doesn't want this to ever happen to anyone else again, ever.
Megan Matthews reporting. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office may have a car connected to the crash that killed a motorcycle rider in Lincoln. Investigators say a driver hit 38-year-old Gabe Wilkin January 16th. The car dragged him nearly 2 miles. A recent tip led deputies to a maroon Honda Accord. Evidence suggests someone driving the Accord hit Wilkin. Investigators have collected more than 100 tips, checked out more than 60 cars, and interviewed nearly 160 people.
Tomorrow, paramedics from the Omaha Fire Department will begin taking trauma patients to CHI Health for the first time in a month. CHI lost its Trauma 1 status on January 13th after the state health department determined that CHI did not meet certain standards. On Friday, the state health department restored it to level 1. The fire chief says ambulances will take critically injured patients to Nebraska Medicine on odd days and CHI on even days.
New details tonight about a crash that sent young kids flying in a car. Omaha police have cited their mother for child abuse and DUI. Officers say 4 kids under 6 were in the car. 2 were not in proper car seats for their ages, and the other 2 weren't in car seats at all. Witnesses say Erica Beebe was speeding when she crashed near 144th and Harrison Saturday night. Strangers rushed to help the kids. One woman said she thought the baby would die in her arms. Doctors treated Beebe and her 10-month-old daughter for minor injuries. Beebe admitted to smoking pot before the crash.
His name is Bull, and tonight the chocolate lab from Plattsmouth is warm and dry after a scary weekend. The dog went through the ice on a private lake on Saturday. Volunteer firefighters hurried to the rescue. Reporter Kelly Bartnick is just back from Cass County with this uplifting story.
Bull the chocolate lab is in a warm place and happy to be home again. The stitches in his mouth are signs of a much colder time.
It was about an arm's length away. I said his name to try to get him to come to me. And he looked at me and he gave a little bit of effort to help us out.
He belongs to Ben Reimel's uncle, who lives near a private lake along the Plattsmouth River. Geese lured the 9-year-old hunting dog to the lake Saturday morning. It took 20 volunteer firefighters to get him out when he got trapped.
Once you see the dog and you see it acting like a human, trying to survive, you know, guys actually treat it like a human.
Bill Dudek says the ice was less than 3 inches thick when it broke. The dog is more than 100 pounds, the size of a small person.
Within 4 minutes, your hands start freezing. You can't have the dexterity. All your muscles tense up. It's not a place that you want to go out in.
It's brought a warning from the Plattsmouth Volunteer Fire Department for pets and people to stay away from the ice.
By the look in his eyes, you could definitely tell he was scared.
Bull is all smiles now, living a warm life with his owners, happy to have him back.
It's the best feeling in the world knowing that I could do something like that, whether or not I knew the dog or not, just being able to get basically a family member back to the family, even if it is a dog.
Kelly Bartnick, KMTV Action 3 News.
So Ben saves Bull. Love it. By the way, Bull spent a night at the vet but has a clean bill of health tonight. This is the second time in 2 weeks Plattsmouth firefighters have gone to the rescue of an animal trapped on the ice. They could not save the other dog during that first call.
And that is a good reminder. You know, Bull was very happy. His tail, his massive tail wagging hard, but you were noticing, you know, a lot of open water there.
Yeah.